Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm still playing Britannia. Well, first I gotta apologize that it took me so long to get out this video. But I was pretty busy for the last week, so therefore I simply didn't find the time to play this. And actually I'm a little bit out of the game here. So we're entering now turn 8, 560 to 635. And yeah, point wise, let me see. Yeah, player A, the guy with the Romans, is in the lead. Then we got here the player with the Saxons and the Irish. And the Angles, although they made a ton of points during the last turn, they are a little behind, and also so are the Welsh and Caledonians. So basically, this guy is in the lead. Then we have the red player. Third is blue. The last player is now green. But as we can see, obviously now it's the time for the other guys, especially for blue. He can now make a ton of points here. And, well, we'll see how he can handle things. So, we have now here Scottish army, Angles, one army, Romano-British, cavalry armies become normal armies. Okay, and Arthur dies. Well, actually, he dies at the beginning of... Yeah, but they go first, so he actually dies right now. And then we're going to place the Scot guy and the Angles, Irish and North Sea. So the Scottish player is right there. And where are these guys? There they are, in the North Sea. Okay, the Utes, the Saxons, and the Angles, they have boats. So, Romano-British go first. So the Romano-British, they got an additional unit, and they can now make a decision here. Do they want to move against the Angles, or do they want to move against the Saxons? They won't get any points anymore during the game for controlling areas. They just get points for killing units, Angles or Saxons. So maybe they can actually wipe out or nearly wipe out the Saxons, and then well, they could, for example, move here. And, yeah, why not? Maybe they want to hold the downlands. I think that's a good idea. Just move in here with 3 units, just like that. And, yeah, we'll see. Maybe they're going fine here. So, we'll see an attack here in Sussex. And that's a hit. So the Saxons lost 1 unit. And they're in quite some trouble now. They're going to retreat. into Kent, and here Essex. And again, a success. So these guys are killed. We control 3 areas, so we are not overpopulated with our 6 units. And it is allowed to have up to 3 in a standard land area. So now that means that I think that's 2 more points. Let me see. Yeah, these are 2 more points for the pink player here. And the red player is more and more in trouble. He has 3 different guys, 3 different nations, the Brigantes, the Irish and the Saxons, and all only controlling a single area. So that is looking really bad for him. So I actually mentioned already by the end of the last video that the Belgae are actually stealing points from the blue player because they don't get any points, only at the very end of the game. So, and the Angles would get points for controlling Lindsey and Norfolk, also in turn 10 and turn 13. So therefore that means they basically would lose 4 points if the no, that's not quite true. They would lose, yeah, I guess about 4 points if the Belgae keep controlling these areas. But I also don't want to kill them by basically moving into single area or by attacking them or something. My idea is maybe I can make way for them if I move this guy out of the way, for example here, then I could move with the Belgae to the west, because they also get points for controlling areas in Wales. So I might actually attack the Welsh with the Belgae. These are at least 4 units, and then maybe take these 2 areas with the Angles. That's at least the plan. Well, so for now the Belgae won't do anything because there is no way to get there, right? Then we have the Welsh. So yeah, they have this very, very stable empire. Let me see if they get units. They probably will. So we got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. So that means they get 1 unit, and then we got 2.5. So basically plus 1.5. Wait a second. That brings them here, I guess, right? And they get a second unit. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. Actually, they're sitting here. So I guess they might want to kill off the Irish. Let's see if they have boats. Well, there are 3 units. No, there are just 2. Okay, let's see if they have boats. No, they don't. Well then, okay, I think I want to place one guy here, another guy here, and then probably move in here with 3 units. Maybe even with more. Yeah, why not? Let's move in with 4 units. But then I cannot hold this area. That's a problem. I want to hold this area, move in here, and Yeah. Well, do I want to move to Wessex? Well, why not? I think I can do that. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then we'll see the battle here, and the Irish now fight for their survival. So this could be a very, very bad turn for the red player. 3 versus 2. And that's it. They're gone. They've lost their 2 units. They also killed 1 Welsh unit, but that's definitely not good enough. The Irish are gone. And they might actually be out of the game. I'm not absolutely positive. No, there we have a few more. 1 more, but yeah. Okay, so for now they're gone. And it's looking worse and worse for the red player now. Well, actually I forgot one important thing, and that is that the Welsh wanted York. That would give them 6 points. I completely forgot about that. I still have 1 turn left to get there, but that's not going to be easy, especially now that the Angles have time to prepare here. Yeah, so maybe I should have actually left the Irish here, but now it's too late. These are mistakes that can happen. Now, well, that was kind of stupid. So we see now the Brigantes. They're sitting up here. And, well, they get only half a point. So there's basically nothing they can do there. The Picts, 1.5 areas, that's what they control. So they get a new unit. And they could fight. Question is, who do they want to fight? The Scots, maybe they can come to some kind of agreement with somebody here. Yeah, maybe they can say to the Caledonians, okay, you know, I mean, this is the leading player, so maybe I'm going to let you live there, and I'm going to try to kill this guy instead. The problem is, well, I could bring... It's tough. I could do an attack with 3 people there, and I guess that's what I'm going to do then. Okay, so I'm going to place these guys in here, move these 3 here, 1 over here, and roll the dice. It's not going to be so easy. Remember, we got to roll a 6 to kill the defender in a highland area. Well, that was a first success. So do we want to retreat? Or do we want to counterattack? Or I mean, with these guys here, or do we want to stay and... It's hard to tell. It really is. I think I'm going to stay and hope for the best. Gotta be lucky here, but the pink player is quite an aggressive guy, or the violet player or whatever. So, and well, bad luck for him. He killed one of the others, but still his army was destroyed. The Caledonians, well, There are no more units left for them here. They're already at the maximum. So they kind of made this, well, I might call it a pact. And they probably will be true to that, at least for this turn. Yeah, it makes kind of sense. On a 6 they're going to do an attack, otherwise, yeah, okay. So they just remain like this. They get a lot of points out of this, and okay. So then we see the Irish, and well, no Irish left. The Scots. Okay, we got these two guys. We control one area. Yeah, hard to tell what to do with these guys. We might consider, do we have boats? I wonder if we have boats. No, we don't. So we cannot move with this guy here and then here, for example, and attack one of these islands. That's really a tough choice. I think I'm going to simply remain here. I have to, no, well, yeah, I think I'm going to simply remain there, and maybe I can build up a small force. 3 units and then try and attack, and I don't know. Situation is not good for them. And, well, the Saxons, they're also in a lot of trouble here. And we could try to do an attack here in Essex. Let me roll a die here too. Okay, I'm going to do the attack. At least I get a few points if I kill the Romano-British. Otherwise, just sitting here is probably not going to be very helpful, and I will probably get killed anyway in the next turn. So we got 2 defenders and 2 attackers here. Well, that's a pretty bad start, obviously. So I guess I don't know. I have no idea. Do I want to fight on? Doesn't really matter. I will, I guess. Actually, I would not even be allowed to retreat because this is now adjacent to a Romano-British controlled area. So, well, seems like we have to bring this fight to the bitter end. Well, actually we killed a unit, and that gives me then a point, and maybe there is still hope. Yes! Look at that! We managed to destroy 2 of these Romano-British units, and that gives me 2 points. So, hey, at least something for the Saxons. Okay, so it's now the Angles. And of course, they're now preparing first for this attack of the Welsh, that the Welsh missed during this turn. So they placed a few units here, a few units there, 2 units here. So it's going to be very hard for the Welsh to capture York during this next turn. In addition, they left North Mercia and Suffolk open to allow the Belgae to move in here and maybe also attack the Welsh. And yeah, so Well, let's find out. They did not fight or something. And that is then the end of this turn. And we're going to move to the next one, which is 635 to 710, turn 9. What do we have here? Well, this is now actually the first time a Britannia might be elected. Now, let's see exactly how that works. I think basically each player who controls areas in England has votes equal to the number of areas he controls, and then the player who is elected Britannia gets a few points. Let me see. Okay. Basically, the Britannia is not the king of the entire country, but is the king of a region within the country who is acknowledged lord of the kings of the other regions. The subordinate kings might pay tribute, but the Britannia-ship is more prestige than substance. Okay. So, let's see how that works. Each nation has one vote for each English area exactly. At the beginning of the turn, players cast their votes. 2 victory points. Okay. Fine. So, obviously, well, even if, I mean, it might be possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's not. Even if the others try to work together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the blue player can elect the Angles or the Belgae as Britannia, whoever he wants to. So the Angles get 2 additional points at that moment. Okay, so we're done with this Britannia election. The Irish get another unit in the Atlantic. Oswiu becomes an Angle leader. Oh shit, if the Angles hold Bernicia at start of Angles turn. Well, that's the case, okay. I didn't know that, so I was kind of lucky here. And the Saxons and the Angles have boats. So, okay, we got this guy here. There we go. And 1 Irish unit in the Atlantic down there. Yeah, that's pretty much it then. The Romano-British simply attack Essex, trying to kill the Saxons here. And yes, they made it. So the Saxons are out of the game. Let's see if they have a chance to come back. I have my doubts, actually. I don't think they can. I guess it's possible that the Saxons are actually out of the game. That's kind of crazy, but it really seems so. Funny. Okay, so 1 point for the Romano-British for killing these guys. So the Belgae moved now out of Norfolk and Lindsey, entered North Mercia and Wickey. And we see a battle here against the Welsh. And one casualty on each side. The Welsh can definitely afford to fight on here. And they were beaten. The Belgae actually managed to win that battle. So now they have a good chance of kind of recovering in this area and then moving further west into Wales, where they would be allowed to score points. By the way, they could also, of course, move south and try to score points more in the south of England. We'll find out. But at least now there is space in Lindsey, Norfolk and Suffolk that where the Angles want to grab points. Okay, we see now the Welsh, and yeah, it's impossible for them to move to York. It simply won't work. So I guess what they do instead is simply solidify their position there, follow their usual strategy. They have a threat here with the Angles on their border. 3 units here. The Belgae here. Let's see how much units we get. 2, 4, no, that's not true. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5. So that gives us 2 more units. Well, we might actually consider recapturing Wickey. There's a risk, but, you know, I mean, maybe it's worth it. I think I want to try it. So I'm going to move this guy in here. That guy that was here goes in there. Yeah, why not? And I guess I'm going to move this guy here. So we got a 3-to-1 attack. And it worked out. We lost 1 unit, but still we control Wickey again. It's not a big deal, but you know, we only get half a point for this province because it's out of Wales. But it also doesn't make too much sense to not do any attacks at all, simply because we only have 2 units left, and we should kind of burn a few units, otherwise, well, the population increase won't have any effect here. The Brigantes, well, yeah, I mean, pretty pointless. The Picts. Okay, they might now maybe consider to destroy the Scots completely. 1. Okay, they got 2 more points here. Okay, that brings them up here. Maybe it's not the right time to do that. No, I think they won't do anything. Caledonians, yeah, I mean, they're just sitting there waiting and grabbing points. They're already at their population maximum. Yeah, whatever. Irish, they're sitting out here, and I think they won't do anything. There is no place to land for them without an attack, which is kind of risky, and it's going to be then very hard to hold a position. So therefore, I think they wait outside here. Maybe they get another unit or so. If not, maybe there is one day a time where there is a free area or something and they simply can jump in or something. I mean, it's pretty hopeless for them anyway. The Scots, okay, they control one area, and I guess that's all they want to do for now. They could try to attack here, but I think they're going to wait one more turn and then they might actually consider doing this when they get a new unit. Then we see the Saxons, they're gone. The Angles, wow, that was a short turn. So yeah, it's the Angles now again. And they got their leader, Oswiu. Okay. What do we want to do? Well, we got points for killing Romano-British units, so I guess we're trying to wipe these suckers out here. So it's probably not looking good for the Romano-British during this turn. Well, I made a mistake actually. Now take a look at the next turn here. We see that Offa would be an Angle leader if the Angles would hold northern Mercia. Well, they don't do that. It's the Belgae hold that. I mean, they could attack the Belgae, and maybe the Belgae then could retreat. That would give them a leader. Question is, do they really need this guy? I don't think so, actually. I don't think they do. So therefore, I think they're happy with Oswiu right now. I'm going to place this guy here, and they also get a few new units there. So let's see what we get. Now, because the Saxons have boats during this turn, that means they can actually move one guy from here to here, and another one from there to here. And, well, they can move one of these guys possibly in here, and then the Belgae in the next turn will move over here, and the Saxons, the Angles, can then hold this area pretty relaxed. I wonder if they actually want Galloway. Let me see. There we are. Yes, they do. Well, that is bad news for the Brigantes. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. We'll try to get it. Could get rid of these suckers. But I don't know. No, I think I'm simply going to hold on to these two areas. This is not a big threat anyway, so I let them live. And instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an attack here. Yeah, let me see. In Essex. Yeah, okay. Let's kill these guys. Two attackers. They will hit on a 4, 5, or 6. Okay, no success here. Now the Romano-British could actually retreat, and I think they want to do that. So I guess they actually moved to Kent. And, with the other guy, yeah, maybe into the Downlands, doesn't really matter. I wonder if I have to retreat into the same area. Let's see. No, I can retreat into different areas. Cool. Okay. So no success here for Oswiu trying to destroy some of these Roman Britain armies. They are doing really well, no doubt here. Okay. Now we come to turn 10. This is another turn where we score points. And let's see what we get. So in this turn we have another vote for Bretwalda. So again, 2 more points for the Angles here. And it's, by the way, 710 to 785. Yeah, we would have seen Offa if we wouldn't have made that mistake there. So we don't see it. And that's it. Nobody enters the game. The Saxons and the Angles have boats. And by the end of the turn, everybody counts its victory points. So this is probably going to be the turn where the blue player scores a ton of points. Again, we start with the Romano-British. Again, we could try and attack. They control 2.5, so that brings them to 5. So they are at 2. And get 1 additional unit here. And, well, yeah, we're going to attack again, I guess. The Angles here at South Mercia. Okay, that was not a success. Now they could retreat, and I guess they will do this. Is it important? Not really. I guess I'm going to move in here. Okay. Then the Belgae. Well, they're going to attack here. Wait a second. First, they control 1 area. That doesn't help them much. Now there is obviously a risk if we move in here. But still, I mean, you know. I don't know. But do I want to remain there? Tough choice. Okay, because blue is actually not too aggressive, I might actually simply wait there a little bit. Damn it. On the other hand, the Angles could grab more points. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do the attack. So, let's see. Okay, that was a good one. 2 Welsh units killed, 1 Belgic unit killed. Now they might get wiped out if the Welsh do an attack here, and they probably should do that. So, next we have the Brigantes. Again, well, they get an additional unit this time. see. There we are. I think they won't attack, they just remain there. It gives them at least a point. If they do an attack now against the angles, for example, there's a good chance that they will be attacked, that there will be a counter-attack in the next turn against Galloway, and if they lose that, they're out of the game. Okay, the Picts again. Well, we have again 4 areas for the Picts, so that brings them to 6.5, so they get 2 units. And there we go. This is actually not true. It brings them only to 4.5 because these areas only count half. That means they only get a single unit. So here's the thing, do they want to try and attack against the Scots? I mean, there's a risk. If they leave this whole area open, there's a good chance that the Caledonians might attack. So we might again maybe see if we can come to a diplomatical agreement here. But I mean, it's not too likely. The blue player is extremely strong right now, so why should the Caledonians help them? Anyway, I'm gonna roll. And no, we don't see an agreement here. There's just a standoff. So I guess for now the Scots will be safe. I thought about moving some guys in here, you know, basically just like this, and then moving this guy in here, and then do an attack with 3 units here. But there is, of course, then the risk that the Caledonians would take out, for example, Moray or something, and I don't want to give them that opportunity. Okay, the Caledonians themselves, nothing happens. The Irish, same thing. I mean, they could try and attack. You know what? I think I want to try it actually. I think I'm going to move into Avalon. Try and attack here, and I don't think I will receive more units. Well, that's... yeah. I really don't think I will get more units, so waiting much longer also doesn't make too much sense. And if I get a point there, fine. And yes, hey, I managed to land here. So that's kind of neat. And yeah, cool. The Scots, well, they get another unit. They should try something now, otherwise they are simply overpopulated. So they might move in here maybe. That would also give them some points, so yeah, they're going to do that. With 2 units, they do an attack here. And they made it. So that means both guys are killed. But okay, I mean... if they can hold these areas, they get a few points out of them. So the Angles are also at their unit maximum. So we might actually try to kill some Romano-British here. That gives us a few points if we manage to do that. We also want South Mercia. Okay. So yeah, I guess... Oops. Shit. So, I guess I'm going to place this guy... yeah, probably here. Move with him right here. And then I guess I'm going to do a... I'm going to do an attack here. Of course, there is then again the risk, and I'm pretty sure this will happen, that the Romano-British will do a counter-attack here. But anyway, I want to get rid of them. I want to try it. So we have 3 units against 2. And wow, that was a bloody battle. Basically, every unit did a hit. So that means the 2 Romano-British are killed, but also the 2 Angles. But the Romano-British only get points for killing Angles in their turn. The same with the Angles, and because it's an Angles turn right now, that gives them 2 additional points during this turn, and then they control basically whole England, or most parts except of the very south. So they are doing very, very well and can now collect a ton of points. And we'll see how much in a second. Okay, so the counting is done. And no big shock here. The Angles scored a massive amount of points. They scored 23 points. So they are now at 48. That is extremely successful. That's even more than the Romans had. So right now they are the most powerful nation until now in the game. Overall, we have a draw at the top. The purple player, who controlled the Romans, has 62 points, and the blue player now, with the Angles, the Picts and the Belgae, has also 62 points. And by the way, the Scots and the Romano-British obviously also added some points to the purple player. Especially the Romano-British were doing quite well, I think. They scored 12 points during this game. I think that's not too bad. Next is then, well, quite a bit behind the red player with 49.5. I mean, obviously there's not much left here. The Irish, the Brigantes, that's all. But still, I mean, the Irish scored quite a few points. I wonder how they did that actually, but somehow they did. They were all not too bad. 13, 18, 18.5. So once all these guys were kind of successful, I think they mostly made their points by killing Roman fortresses or something, but I don't really remember. And then behind, although he's closing up, is the green player, 45.5. If you take a look, during the last scoring round, he was at 31, while the other guy was at 46. And now he is at 45, and the other is at 49. So he comes definitely closer. And Yeah, that's the guy with the Welsh and the Caledonians. They go slow and steady, you know. They're not spectacular, but they do their scoring. And they're pretty safe in their areas. So therefore, solid. Okay, I guess that's it for now. Turn 10 is over. And it remains interesting. Right now, it looks like the Angles are completely dominating everything, but we will see pretty soon new invaders arrive. In the next turn, we also see a new major invasion, so things might shake up pretty soon. Hope to see you on the next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.